Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at this 2016 Audi A6 with the 2.0 turbo engine in it. Customer complained, brought it in because it started to shake while they were at idle. When you would put it in reverse, it would also start shaking. And Audis are known for their quietness, for their comfort, for the smooth ride. So when this rattling and shaking occurred, she knew that there was something wrong with the vehicle. Come to find out, the driver's side engine mount, it's hydraulic based, and there was a lot of the little black liquid that had come off of the hydraulic itself, and it wasn't really doing much of anything anymore. The passenger side, there was a little bit of a leak that you can see is starting to happen. So, recommend definitely the driver's side, and we left it up to the customer to see if they wanted to do the passenger side. They approved for both sides. So now we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna start by removing the one on the driver's side, and we need to get the wheel off in order to get access to some of the bolts for the engine mount. So follow along. All right, so far what I've done, I removed the wheel, remove this plastic cover right here for the wheel well, because I'm going to need access to these two bolts right here that hold the engine mount. From underneath the vehicle, I removed the two pieces of plastic cover that go on the bottom of the engine. The other one sits right below that one. And then from there, all I did was disconnect this wiring harness that you see here, right? Because I'm going to have to get access to this bracket right here, and then the mount itself up here. And then I also disconnected these cables right here as well, because I'm going to need access, as much access as I can, in and out of here so that I can get this thing out. So that's what I've done so far. Next thing would be to remove this bracket right here that you see, and then these bolts that I mentioned earlier. So I'll let you guys know if there's anything else that will be needed at this time, but for right now, those are the two things that we'll use. So we're gonna have to put a pause on this. The sockets that I had that I thought I was gonna need for all this to do this job were the 10 and 12 little start point that Audi uses, and then some other German cars as well. But turns out that the bolt that's actually one of the, here, I'll show you guys. The bolt that's in between these two right here is a 14. So I need to get that tool, can proceed, and then we'll come back to the video once I have it. All right, thanks guys. Okay, now that I got the correct bit for it, it was easy to get this going. So like I mentioned, the bolt was there, the two here, the 16. One thing that I did find that was going to be easy is to remove this line right here, and that is for a coolant of some sort. So to move this line out of the way so that it gives you enough space to get your engine mount out. I used just like a little pull jack to get the engine up and out of the way so that I could remove the bracket that sits on like this, right? And it's just, for this bracket, it's just these two bolts right here, and then the other two are the ones that you're going to remove from the front side over here. But if you just remove this line, it's easier for you to get this thing out, and it was that simple to get it out. All right. So then we'll just do a quick comparison. Right? Everything looks to be the same little bend, right? This one was indeed leaking, right? And you can see all the fluid um, from underneath the engine bay. So, but yeah, so now we just reverse order, we install. Okay, now moving on to the passenger side. We, all I've done was remove the nut on this battery negative or ground cable right here. These two bolts that go here, right? So I can have enough room and play to get out of to get this bracket out, and then the engine mount itself. All right, so what I had to do was lift up from this, the mount itself right here, in order to get this slide out, um, slide this out, and then the engine mount, as you can see, is right there. And that's the bolt, and then this should just fall. You can shimmy it loose. I might need two hands for this, so I'll set you guys down for a second. So as I mentioned, to I had to use a little pole jack to get this up high enough to move this bracket out of here, and you just lift it up as much as you need in order for this bracket to come back out this way, and then you'll be able to wiggle it out, and then you can wiggle out the engine mount as well once you have that. But right now it's just the installation. I found it easier to put the center bolt in first, um, this one, and start it, and then move and adjust the height so you can get these other two bolts in and started. But now it's just putting everything back together in the reverse order to include the little covers that we moved from the wheel well. But as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.